Every night, the most massive animal migration on Earth takes place in total silence, and for decades, it remained almost entirely invisible to our most advanced acoustic tracking systems. We call this the Diel vertical migration. 10 billion tons of biomass, roughly 25 times the weight of the entire human population, races between the surface and the twilight zone every single day. Historically, scientists tracked these deep scattering layers using submarine sonar. The sound waves would travel through the water and bounce off the gas-filled swim bladders of tiny fish, creating a picture of the movement. But this method has a fatal blind spot. Acoustic sonar passes straight through soft-bodied giants and gelatinous zooplankton, like jellyfish, failing to register their presence. Relying purely on echolocation left us with a massive data vacuum. We were attempting to map the ocean's largest biome while missing most of the animals that actually live there. To truly map this invisible migration, marine science had to abandon listening to the ocean and start looking at it with ultra-sensitive optics. Marine researchers installed photo-multiplier tubes, or PMTs. These are hypersensitive photon-counting cameras, originally designed by astrophysicists to detect subatomic particles like neutrinos in the deep sea. Now we use them to capture isolated, microscopic bursts of light in pitch-black water. Those optical sensors aren't looking for sunlight. They are hunting for bioluminescence, the singular source of illumination these deep-water creatures produce on their own. By repurposing deep space observation technology for the abyssal plains, we finally have the tools to count the missing mass of the global ocean. The deep ocean appears to be a dark void, but it is actually a highly encrypted environment, saturated with a complex visual language. This spectral graph decodes the environment. Sensors filter raw light bursts into distinct waveform signatures and specific nanometer wavelengths, sorting flashes by exact color. Different taxa produce different flash types, so scientists match these spectral signatures to physical traits, identifying exact species without physical samples. Using silent visual communication allows millions of distinct organisms to coordinate their daily movements while remaining entirely hidden from marine mammals, like killer whales, that hunt by projecting sonar clicks. Decoding this bioluminescent alphabet takes a chaotic storm of scattered flashes and transforms it into a highly organized, readable map of deep-sea life. With the optical data decoded, researchers can chart the exact three-dimensional movement of this deep scattering layer in real time. This 3D volumetric map illustrates the isolium, a dense, glowing strata of biomass migrates upward at sunset, keeping pace with the fading sunlight. When dawn breaks, the migration reverses. This descending cloud actively transports millions of tons of surface-sequestered carbon down into the abyssal depths. This movement functions as a massive biological conveyor belt, dragging carbon out of the atmosphere to help regulate the Earth's climate. Executing this continuous observation requires extreme engineering. The PMT optical sensors must maintain absolute photon-counting precision while enduring the crushing physical pressure of the abyss. Researchers also have to run complex data filtering to make sense of the inputs. They must separate steady, communicative signals from chaotic burglar alarm flashes, violent bursts of luminescent fluid triggered when an organism physically collides with the sensor array. Traditional exploration tools like manned submersibles and remote vehicles suffer from the observer effect. Their bright artificial headlights pollute the pitch-black environment, radically altering the exact animal behavior they originally intend to study. To accurately witness the mechanics of the deep ocean, humanity must remove its own footprint and rely entirely on autonomous, passive observation. Conducting this optical census is an immediate necessity. We need precise maps of the Mesopelagic food web to protect it from the impending threats of deep-sea mining and climate-driven deoxygenation. The technology we refine here extends far beyond our own planet. Mastering autonomous, pressure-resistant optical tracking lays the direct groundwork for discovering bioluminescent life in the subsurface ice oceans of alien moons, like Europa and Enceladus. Dive deeper into the hidden secrets that shape our reality. Click the subscribe button, activate the bell, and anticipate the next scientific investigation beyond the boundaries of reason, only on TEMBODocs. Mapping this massive migration shows that understanding the deep requires us to stop simply looking for what we recognize and start learning an entirely new language of light.